What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, T.
I'm Tasha.
And welcome to the Adventures of TNT, the podcast. Now, this is episode 7. You might as well call us Butter because we're on a roll.
Yes. Ha, that's your second time trying that lame-ass joke.
Whatever. It was funny. Anyway, baby, what do you got for us today?
So, we have a question from the comment section from D Love.
Yeah.
And he says, consider doing a podcast on why reactors stay away from old school classic R&B. Very rarely get an R&B song or two.
Okay.
Guess not much money in it. So before...
Why you say it like that?
Because people keep talking about money in the comment section.
Right.
Apparently, we rolling in the dough. I just didn't know.
Right. Okay. Well, we're gonna address all that, including the main reason of that question is
first.
Okay. What?
But first.
What?
But first, we gotta make sure. Sorry, y'all. We gotta make sure. I thought you was gonna go to it. We gotta make sure you stay to the end of this podcast to see who the winner is to get your reaction done on the channel. Yeah. And then at the end, we'll also announce last week's winner and how you can win. Okay.
Yeah, guys. So make sure you stay until the end to see if you win, or have your chance at winning a reaction.
Okay, so let's jump into this conversation,
babe.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and address the first half, which is basically why we don't do old school R&B on the channel. Mm-hmm. And to address that, I just want to talk about our experience, or at least my experience with old school R&B. Both my parents listen to old school R&B. It's something that we listened to in the house while I was growing up. Mm-hmm. And so there are a lot of the old school R&B artists that are out there. I've heard them. This is the music of my youth, it's my parents' music that was just kind of passed down to us. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, a lot of those songs I'm familiar with. Yeah. I'm familiar with a lot of those artists. I'm familiar with a lot of the music. What about you?
Well, for me, we cleaned up to the music. We played it on Christmas. We played it at the barbecue. We played it at the skating rink. Exactly. We played it at the family reunion. And I've heard these songs 1,000 times. So much so, I know it word for word. And so when people, because we have had this request before, maybe like 3. We don't get that many requests for old school R&B.
Right, exactly.
So when we do see the songs requested, we've done it before and it gets no views. There is absolutely no interest in these songs. And I know some people are going to say, well, that means you only do it for the views. Y'all, this is YouTube. The whole point of YouTube is for the views. And if there are no views, that shows us that
people aren't interested.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. And so the other thing is that we're a reaction channel. Mm-hmm. And for the most part, to my understanding, most people come to reaction channel because they want to see someone's initial reaction to something, or they want to hear somebody's thoughts about something new to them. And so whenever we have done old school R&B or classic R&B in the past, a lot of people say, "Oh, you're lip syncing, or you're dancing. You've heard this song before, or you're familiar with it."
And that ain't a reaction,
right? And it's not a reaction. And so, that kind of leads to a lower number of viewership. Mm-hmm. Now, on this channel, we mostly do rock, metal, and country music, and that is music that we didn't grow up with.
Yep.
It's music that we're not familiar with, and so part of this adventure, part of this journey, is through music is us exploring genres that we're not familiar with.
Definitely.
And so we get most of our requests about rock, country, and metal, and that's what our subscribers want to see, and that's why we continue to do it.
Yeah. So the last part of the question is, guess not much money in it.
Well, yeah, you know what? There's not much money in it if our subscribers don't want to see that. Mm-hmm. Now, if we did get a lot of requests for old school or classic R&B, then yeah, we would do more of that music. But the other part of that is that the majority of the music that we do feature on the channel, it's demonetized. And
guess
so
who gets that money?
Right, it goes
not us.
Right, exactly. It goes
the record companies,
the copyright holders, or even the artists sometimes. And so it really is no incentive other than views for reactors to do reaction videos. Well, now we do get donations, and we have a Patreon that that kind of supplements the money that we earn from the channel. But essentially, with the actual videos or the actual music, nah, we ain't got no Lambo over here.
But you know what I want to address? Because I am tired of y'all acting like we rolling in the dough. Like we drive a Lambo. Like, no. And you know what the comparison is to me? It's like me saying to you guys out there, you go to work every day, okay? You go to work every day. And then I come to you and say, you only go to work for the money and to support your family. How dare you? And we put a lot of time into this content. And it really bothers me that so many people bring up money on the channel. Yeah. As if we don't deserve it or we don't deserve it. Right. And a few people have called us lazy. And it's really it makes me feel some type of way because some people really don't know us. Right. And I don't want to like come on here explaining myself and say, oh, well, I got a degree and let me prove myself to you. And it's like, there's no point of me doing that because this person really doesn't have good intentions anyway. Right, and we really try to keep it positive on this channel. Exactly. And I really appreciate the people who understand that we put a lot of time and effort into these videos and that they aren't monetized, but will support us, by subscribing to the channel. That is free. Right, exactly. By commenting for the algorithm. That is free. By sharing our videos with the world, because I really do feel that this music unites us. Like, there are so many things going on in the world. There's so many things that's trying to tear us apart, and some people try to do that with music. And we've spoken on this in another video where we thought some music wasn't for us because some people would be like, go back and listen to your own music. That's another thing too. People have told us, go back to your music, and I was like, what? So we definitely try to keep it positive on this channel. We do work very hard at this content, and I appreciate the people who support us on Patreon, the people who subscribe to the channel and leave comments or tells us what this music means to you, because that has been the biggest transformation for me, is this online family that we've built. Absolutely.
And you know what? And that's one of the main reasons why we're doing this podcast. Yeah. Because a lot of people don't know what goes on behind the scenes with reaction videos or reaction channels and content creators. And so when we answer questions like this, we kind of give you guys a little bit of insight as far as what's going on and how things operate. Right. Because a lot of people don't know or realize what content creators are making off of these videos. A lot of people do think that content creators are just rolling in the dough because you've seen videos of Mr. Beast or PewDiePie or some of the
not the PewDiePie, because they're not reaction channels.
Well, no, they're not reaction channels, but just YouTubers in general. Oh, okay. And so when you see videos of YouTubers and you're like, oh, they're making tons and tons of money. Yeah. It's not like that.
I mean, we can only speak for ourselves. We aren't. I don't know what other people are doing. So that's all I can say. Right. And thank you for staying to the end. We are going to announce the winner of this week's podcast. Not too many people followed directions last time, so I want to make sure you're clear on how they can win.
Right. So we'll announce that in just a second, but who won this week?
Okay, so Denise, she won, and she said, this song started my husband to say good morning beautiful to me for the 18 years we had together before he passed away. Oh. See, this is what it's about for me. So she said the name of the song is Good Morning Beautiful by Steve Holly. Okay. And when people share their experiences with us, it just builds that connection. And then when you listen to the song, music just has this spiritual, not all songs, but a lot of the songs, when you tell us what it means to you, we build that bond. And a lot of people on this channel, we know on a first name basis. You know what I mean? So thank you for this request, Denise. And thank you for subscribing to the channel and being here with our online family. Yeah. So tell them how
so
they
if you
can
want your
win.
opportunity at winning a reaction, it can be any genre you want, even R&B. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, first of all, but just type subscribed and then the name of your request. And we're going to choose a song at random, and we'll announce it next week at our next podcast.
Yeah, and let us know what the song means to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Share your story because we love reading about it.
Yes.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we will see you guys tonight for our country music hoedown and our metal meltdown.
I think we're going to do like an open genre tonight.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We might do open genre, and then
that's what the people wanted, baby.
You can request some R&B. There you have it. So, guys, once again, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Ta-ta.